Around 140,000 school-aged children in the UK have autism, and Christmas can be a particularly difficult time for them.
Think about things like fairy lights, presents and parties. All of these things added up can lead to almost a sensory overload. This is what Paddy McGuinness and his wife Christine only know too well. Their twins were diagnosed a few years ago. Christine's
here with us this morning on the sofa.
Morning.
Welcome back.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me again.
Give people a sense. So it's Leo and Penelope,
yeah,
who've been diagnosed already. How old are they?
They're 6 now, the twins,
now.
yeah.
So just give people a sense of what the challenges you face specific to this time of year.
So for us, Christmas is the most difficult time of year, I would say. We struggle with the lack of routine. Obviously, the school is closed, and then the changes. Everywhere we go, things are different. Everywhere's decorated. Beautiful to us, but for my children, it's all too much. It's too different.
Because
it's
they rely so much on things being a certain way. That is the way they get through their day. That's what works.
Yeah, and then there's the noise everywhere you go. People are singing Christmas carols, which again for us is quite lovely, but for my children, instantly it's it's too loud. It's too much. Why are they there? There's a lot of questions around Christmas as to why is there a tree in the house? Why is everyone singing and dancing? Why is the decorations everywhere? What's in that box? What's that present? It's the unknown. It's a lot of anxiety. It's a lot for them to deal with.
When were they diagnosed? 2 years ago?
Yeah, they were 3.5. The twins were 3.5 when they got diagnosed.
So when they were diagnosed, how did you then approach Christmas? Could you put up a tree?
We didn't. So we haven't really celebrated Christmas. This year will be our first more of a traditional Christmas, although we're still going to keep it quite calm, just because the twins always seemed upset. On the first Christmas they were only 6 months old, so they didn't really notice. The second Christmas they were 1.5. We put a tree up and we just noticed they didn't want to come down the stairs. They got really upset. People visiting, family coming over, it just all got too much for them. We took the tree down after a couple of days. We didn't know why, we didn't know what it was. We just knew that something was upsetting them. And we just thought, oh, we've got 2 big softies here and they're scared of the Christmas tree. And then every year we tried just introducing small decorations, taking them to see Christmas displays. And it was just always too much for them, so we never put trees up at home until this year.
Things like Christmas crackers, wearing a paper hat.
Oh, no, oh, God. I mean, just a normal hat, that would be too different for them. They would look and, want us to take it off. So, yeah, anything like that, any kind of dress up for our children.
I suppose, in a way, the thing you mentioned before, that things inside your own home, you and Paddy's behaviour, how you are, and the things you put up and surround them with, you can kind of control that. But when you're out or visiting people, there are elements of that are outside of your control.
Yeah, and our home is their safety zone, so we just decided for the last 6 years, we just said, right, we're not going to decorate our house, we can't control what the rest of the world does, but for us, that's their safety zone, they like it the same, so we just won't do anything. This year I took them to lots of Christmas displays. They seem to manage better at school, so we thought, OK, maybe we'll just go for it. We'll try a Christmas tree, and if they don't like it, we'll take it down. And we've had a tree up for over a week now, and they're OK with it. I know they're all right with it, but they got so involved with decorating the Christmas tree, and they chose where we were going to put it. So it's not where I would have put it in the hall.
Is this the shot here?
Yeah,
and I can only imagine for you looking at that. I mean, I guess that's something you thought you'd maybe never see.
I'm so proud of them. And on that photograph, I moved the sofa. There is actually a couch in front of the tree. They chose that they wanted it in a room that they don't really go in, and it's behind a sofa, so you can sort of just see the top of the tree sticking up. But I thought that was quite good of them to figure out that they put it somewhere where they know it's there, but it's not in the face every day.
This ties in really nicely with the National Autistic Society, because it's put out some tips, and I know you've been looking at these, and perhaps you can help explain why these tips might work. So the first one, and this ties in, setting aside a Christmas-free zone in your house.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud ambassador for the National Autistic Society, so I work with them a lot. And this is something we do at home, is like I said, the tree is in one area that they don't usually go in that room. They know it's there. But at any point during Christmas Day, I would say if you've got an autistic child or an autistic adult, let them go to their bedroom, or if they need some quiet time on Christmas Day, let them have it. Don't try and force them to be involved in the whole of Christmas.
Couple more to go through. So Christmas activities, include Christmas activities as part of your daily routine, and then giving out presents one by one.
Yeah.
So this is about just not too much.
So my children won't come down to a big tower of presents on Christmas Day. It will be one by one. They'll probably be unwrapped, just because something being wrapped for them, it's the unknown, it's scary, it's, you know, what's inside that box.
Do you find, Christine, that people are sensitive to because you know what's going to work and what doesn't? Other people maybe not, just don't know the situation. How do you find?
It takes time. I've spent years being quite upset because our Christmas isn't like everybody else's, and then you look at everyone's Instagram and go, oh, my children aren't doing that, mine aren't running down the stairs on Christmas Day. But I think ultimately all every parent wants is a happy child on Christmas Day, and for us that's keeping things calm. And if that's what works for them, I'm not going to try and shoehorn a traditional Christmas on my children. I'm going to do whatever works for them. And a calm, quiet Christmas is what makes mine happy.
We wish you and your family a lovely, calm
Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Thank you.
I'm so delighted for you with that tree. I'm so delighted for you.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud.
I know you are. Thank you so much for coming in again.
Thanks.
Worth saying you can find some of those tips on our Facebook and Twitter page.
We'll be back shortly with the headlines at 8 o'clock.